I'm a doctor who practices functional medicine for women, but I'm also a mom, wife, friend, and yoga teacher who practices what I preach. When it comes to balance, I take my own advice. I would never tell you to do something that I haven't tried already. In my opinion, anything less would be out of integrity. Since I've had pretty much every problem that I write about in my books, from hormonal chaos to a near failure state with my telomeres, I've learned over the years through trial and error, and ultimately trial and success, what I need to do each day to keep my entire body in its best possible state. That's what I want to share with you today. A day in the life of Dr. Sara Gottfried. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning with a smart alarm that buzzes my wrist so that I don't wake up my husband. Then I begin my morning ritual, whipped matcha and meditation. I heat filtered water to the right temperature for green tea, and then I whip the water with local organic matcha powder. I've learned over time that these two levers, matcha and meditation, are non-negotiable parts of crafting a day that's congruent with my values, hormones, neurotransmitters, genetics, telomeres, and constitution.
Remember, you're here to improve your mind-body connection.
After meditation, I eat breakfast with my kids and then I take them to school. From 8:30 until noon, I work on my treadmill desk, which I love. I walk for a total of 5 to 10 miles, usually doing book research and synthesis. At noon, I eat lunch. And from 1 to 3 p.m., I answer emails, I answer questions from my team, and honestly, I have very few meetings because I believe women need unstructured time to be their most creative and divinely inspired.
Yours has no pigment. Okay, that's great.
The only exception is that I meet with my girlfriends because I believe in girl power, not willpower. At 3:30, I pick up my kids from school, hang out with them, run errands, go shopping for dinner, and walk our puppy. At 5:30, I prepare dinner, which usually involves a few pounds of vegetables and clean protein, such as lentils, other legumes, wild-caught salmon, or maybe even steelhead trout. At 6:30, we eat dinner as a family, and at 7:30, I typically will have a sauna, either with my husband or with my younger daughter. Do you know how good it is for your skin to go in the sauna?
No.
Amazing. Like, talk about removing impurities. It's much deeper than a mask. When you put the two together, it's like magic.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Who knew?
You did.
At 9, I power down. I hang out with my husband. We get emotionally current. And at 10 o'clock, lights are out. I go to sleep. It's non-negotiable. That's how an expert in women's health hormones, slow aging, and the female brain spends her time each day. This schedule actually grew out of a failed experiment. 5 years ago, I found out from a simple blood test that my telomeres, the little caps at the end of your chromosomes that are a marker of aging, put me 20 years beyond my biological age. And let's just say that shocked me into action. I was 44 at the time, and I had the telomeres of a 64-year-old woman. Not the news that you want to get. So I became obsessed with how to slow down the inner process of aging. I learned that there was a huge cost to how I was living as a working mom, running from task to task, obsessed with packing my day as tight as possible and being productive. My telomeres were listening to me and they didn't like my behavior. So I had to change how I architected each of my days from that day forward. I dove into 2,500 studies about how to slow down the aging process with your daily choices, which led me to write a book called Younger, a breakthrough program to reset your genes, reverse aging, and turn back the clock 10 years. This book organized my thinking around the levers of healthspan: food, sleep, exercise, lean body mass, stress. How so many of us are in a failure state, just like I was, which accelerates aging and shortens your healthspan, that feeling of being in your prime. So what about you? What are you telling your telomeres? How do you architect your day? If you want to learn more about my 7-week protocol to turn back the clock 10 years, pick up your copy of Younger wherever books are sold.